Hello, pretty people. Welcome to Simply Delish Duo. You guys, I am super excited today because we are making my mom's ricotta balls. This is a Southern Italian recipe coming from my mom's, both of my parents actually, their hometown, which my nonna always made. So, if you like this recipe and would like to see more, please subscribe to our channel by hitting that red subscribe button below.
So for this recipe, it'll be done in two separate parts here. The ricotta ball part and the broth part.
So let me be in charge of the broth. You be in charge of the ricotta. Actually, this actually belongs to you. This is my side.
No,
it's
this belongs to me too.
Oh, gee, see, it's like when we used to we had to share beds when we'd go somewhere. Like, don't pass my line.
All right. So with the ricotta balls, of course, you will need ricotta. We've got 3 cups of ricotta here. We're using homemade ricotta. My mom made this last night, and guys, it's so easy to make. We will make a video with homemade ricotta.
Oh, yeah.
It is so easy to make and so much better, so delicious. So 3 cups of ricotta.
And half the price.
And half the price, most importantly.
Yeah.
So 3 cups of ricotta, 3/4 cups of grated Parmesan cheese, 3 eggs, 2 cups of breadcrumbs, parsley, so we've got about
fresh parsley.
Fresh parsley, and that's about 2 tablespoons. So we apologize with this recipe because it is an old traditional recipe. We don't have the exact ingredients because my mom and Nonna would eyeball.
That was their measuring cup, is their eyes.
Yeah.
So the broth, oh sorry.
No, and also some salt and pepper. With the salt, we don't want to over salt because we all know that the cheese is really salty to begin with, Parmesan cheese. So just a pinch or 2 of salt and black pepper. Now your turn.
Now the broth, we are going to be using probably about 4 cups of water because we are going to be making quite a few ricotta balls. So just, it depends on how much you want to make. We're making quite a few. Today we are using 4 cups of water, about half a cup of extra virgin olive oil, but I will show you when we get to that part. I have here 1 large grated carrot, 1 large chopped onion, and I have about a cup of spinach. You can go ahead and use fresh, but I'm using frozen spinach because we had it in the freezer. So
now what I'll do quickly here, and we won't show you everything here, but we just throw everything in the bowl and we give it a nice mix. So everything goes in here, the breadcrumbs, salt and pepper,
the eggs.
Oh, do we have a big, yeah, our bowl is pretty big here.
Yeah.
The eggs, I don't want to spill, so.
That's okay.
Oh, and I spilled. I said I don't want to spill. I should have grabbed a bigger bowl, but that's okay. The eggs, salt, a pinch of salt.
And a pinch of pepper.
And maybe more than a pinch. I like lots of pepper in mine.
I know, I like it tasty too. So it's preference.
Yeah, so I'm going to add about half a teaspoon. If you want more, go ahead and add more.
We'll crack the eggs.
We'll crack the eggs. And then we'll be back.
As soon as we're done cracking the eggs.
As soon as we're cracking the eggs, and we'll show you what it looks like.
Yeah, we're going to start mixing everything. We will show you what it looks like, and then we'll begin with the broth.
All right, so I gave it a good mix. And you'll see it's nice and everything. You want to make sure everything's incorporated.
So you want it a little sticky too. So when you form the balls, it'll be a lot easier, and they stay together.
Yeah, they form. Yeah, they form nicely.
And they'll stay together. They don't fall apart.
No. So yeah, so this is a consistency. I don't know if you can see if I hold it up closer that you want. So now, whoops, I'm shaking there. Sorry. So now what we'll do is we'll head over to the stovetop and start on that delicious broth.
Okay, so we're ready to make the broth. I have here some extra virgin olive oil, so we're going to be using about half a cup here. Now, I am going to throw in the onions.
You know what, let's turn this up a bit. Sorry, we had it on high, and then we turned it on low. So, let's put in the onions. Do you think it's hot enough?
Yeah, it'll be good. So,
it'll go. Onions. And the carrots. The spinach will go in a little later. We don't want
that cooks fast.
Yeah, we don't want to fry up the spinach. So we're just going to fry up the carrots and the onions for now.
Actually, can you throw in a pinch of salt and pepper?
Pinch of salt, maybe just another little pinch because we're making quite a bit.
Now we're going to cook them until they get a little bit
And black pepper.
Until they're cooked down and get just a few minutes, just until they're soft.
Yeah, and then we'll throw water in here.
Yeah,
and then we'll
I'm gonna get my 4 cups of water.
And then we'll form our balls. So
once that water boils, we're gonna form our balls and throw our balls in this broth. So we have the vegetables frying up for a few minutes here. Now I'm going to add the 4 cups of water. You want to bring the water to a boil. So just a few minutes. As soon as the water starts boiling, we're going to be adding our ricotta balls in here. So our broth has reached boiling point. Oh, you guys, did you notice that we didn't add the spinach? That goes at the very end because it cooks really fast. So,
yeah, so 5 minutes before it's done.
Sorry, I'm eating chocolate.
So what I'll do now is I'll start forming the balls, and we're gonna make they're about the size, a little bigger than the size of a golf ball. You don't want to make them, you don't want to make them any bigger than that because it has breadcrumbs. Yeah, and it expands.
So we'll make a couple here.
And yeah, you need to do this with your hands. So make sure you've got clean hands. And yeah, so I'll just make a couple here. And you can, it doesn't matter if you overcrowd.
No, they won't stick together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna form all the balls, throw them in our broth here. We're gonna lower the heat to about a medium heat, and you guys, you wanna have them cooking for a good half hour.
And one other thing here, very important, do not stir. Put it on simmer.
Otherwise you're breaking your ricotta balls.
You won't have ricotta balls, you'll have a big mush. So that's an important step. Put it on simmer, half an hour, and let it do its thing, and cover it up. So we're just gonna continue on.
On a medium heat. Okay, so it's been simmering for half hour. Let's take a look here. Oh wow, look at that. And now is when we add the spinach.
So let me just...
We'll break it up a bit
break
first.
it up a bit. And just over top, like it...
Spread it over top.
Just spread it
it's going to cook in there anyways.
Absolutely.
So we're going to let it cook for another 5 minutes.
And then we'll plate it and we'll be back and let you see what it looks like. So we just took them off the burner. I already plated my bowl, of course. I love these ricotta balls. Doesn't that look delicious, guys? I'm trying to hold it up to the camera here.
Oh, they're so good. And you guys, how simple was this? The broth and the ricotta balls. The whole thing was so super simple and actually quick.
Yeah,
and take long.
Speaking of broth, you brought up broth. We should have mentioned while we were making the broth. This is my mom's way to make the broth with her ricotta.
Yeah, because it was known as whey.
This is known as whey. If you like, go ahead and throw a bouillon in there. But trust me, guys, there's a lot of flavor in this broth already.
Oh my gosh!
And also, yeah,
with all the vegetables, the spinach, the carrots, the onions, the olive oil, it's great.
And we have actually another recipe for this, where we use a tomato sauce. That's a good one too. That's a really good one. So,
and then we'll have another video on that. So yeah, stay tuned for that one.
Stay tuned for that one.
So we hope you like this traditional ricotta ball, Ma's traditional ricotta ball recipe. And thank you for watching
Simply Delish Duo.